Okay, I have been drying this piece for overnight, so now it's ready to trim. The stage is called leather heart, and if you are not sure what is the stage of leather heart, let me show you. If you try to squeeze the, the base, the bottom here, it's not squeezable, but in the meantime, if you use a fingernail, it still makes some indent. And if you feel the surface, it's not very sticky. And if you squeeze the rim is quite firm. So that's the stage called leather heart, and that's when you are ready to trim your piece. And also for how you drying your pieces, this is my trick, my tip for you. Once you feel the rim is firm enough, okay, and you want to flip over upside down and let it dry this way, because when the bottom you throw, always the bottom will have a more clay and thicker clay on the bottom, so it dries slower. And versus the rim is very thin here, so it dries fast. So if you turn it upside down, the water tend to vapor out from here, so the rim will dry a little bit slower than the base, the bottom. So that way you will dry your piece more evenly. So that's my tip for you if you want to dry your pieces when the rim is firm enough that it's dry enough. You can just flip over and turn it upside down. Carefully flip over and turn it upside down and let it dry this way. Okay. On my previous video, I show you how to find your center if you are a beginner. So in here, I'm just showing you tap centering that it's easier and faster if you learn this method, especially for people who are making a lot of pieces, that this kind of centering is very important. My first will be try to level the foot. And since my foot is small enough, so I'm not going to trim too much on the width of my rim. So just to remove a little bit clay there, and maybe a little bit clay here. So if you want to kind of separate that, because the texture here, if you remove a little bit clay off, this part doesn't go with that, the crackle part. You can draw, maybe cut a line here to kind of separate it. And maybe, if you like, you can put some texture here too. Like I usually show people that the chattering goes well with this kind of crackle texture. So before I chatter, I like to smooth the surface so you will be able to see that chattering mark better. Number one tool set from my stainless steel. A little bit different. Number one and number two is a little bit different because number one is longer, so it helps the trimming tool to bounce. So I would use the number one to do the chattering. You can just spin the wheel fast. I will have the cheddar mark here to kind of go with the crackle texture. Now all I need to do is just remove that clay in the middle. I think it's about right. Use the back of my trimming tool to compress to burnish a little bit. So this piece is done. Just put in my stamp here as my signature. So that's the trimming of the sodium silicate Teabowl. You can see the little texture here for the cheddar mark to go with the crackle, the sodium silicate texture. Okay. Okay, these are the 4 pieces I did yesterday. I'm just finished trimming. So to just show you the result.